Good evening, viewer. Welcome to our Glory Globe TV. Yes, on 26 June 1975, the police arrived at a hostel in India's southern city of Bangalore and arrested Atal Behari Vajpayee, a prominent opposition politician. The previous evening, Prime Minister Indira Gandhi had imposed a state of emergency and plunged the nation into an extraordinary crisis. Elections had been suspended, civil rights curbed, the media gassed, and critics and opposition politicians rounded up. Gandhi also banned the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, that is called RSS, the ideological fountainhead of the later-day Hindu nationalist Bharatiya Janata Party, which rules India today. Vajpayee was then a leader of the Jan Sangh, the right-wing forerunner to the BJP and a member of the RSS. More than 2 decades later, he had risen to become India's Prime Minister, twice briefly in 1996 and 1998, and then a full term leading a coalition federal government between 1999 and 2004. Back in the summer of 1975, Vajpayee was facing arrest. He asked a party worker about the best jail in the city and looked bored but sat stoically in the police station. Finally, he spent a month in prison writing poetry, naming himself a Kaidi Kabiri, or the prisoner poet, playing cards and supervising in the kitchen. In July, Vajpayee was flown to Delhi in a special plane. After a botched medical diagnosis in the capital, he spent time first in hospital recuperating from a surgery and then at home on parole under the watch of the police. By mid-December, Vajpayee appeared to be despondent. The sun in the evening of my life has decided to say, words are devoid of meaning. What was music once is now scattered noise, he wrote in a poem. A movement distributing clandestine literature and organizing civil disobedience, mainly kept alive by RSS prachakras or full-time hostiles. Against the emergency was already fizzling out. Her advisors were pressuring opposition leaders to sign a surrender document so they could negotiate with the government. Vajpayee, according to a riveting new biography of the leader by Abhishek Chaudhary, was shocked there was no mass uprising against the emergency. What nobody quite reckoned then was that in a year's time Vajpayee would end up playing a pivotal role in cobbling together a one-party opposition to the Congress. The Janata Party, a coalition mainly of 4 centrist and right-wing parties, including the Jan Sangh, would had down a sensational drubbing in March 1977 election to Gandhi's Congress Party, its first loss in 30 years after independence. The Prime Minister had announced general election in January and lifted the 20-month emergency later. The Janata Party won 298 of the 542 seats. Most importantly, the Jan Sangh held the foremost position within the coalition, winning 90 seats. Mr. Chaudhary says Vajpayee could have made the nominal claim for the Prime Minister job, but at 52 he was too young for the job. So, the 78-year-old Morarji Desai, a Spartan and crusty politician, became the Prime Minister of India. The new cabinet included 3 Jan Sangh's members. Vajpayee took office as Foreign Minister, promising no immediate or major changes in the country's policy and an improvement in relation with China. Vajpayee's ascendancy was clear during Janata Party's campaign. The charismatic politician with a flair for oratory was Janata Party's biggest crowd puller after Jayaprakash Narayan or JP, the 72-year-old leader who had united the opposition forces, writes Mr. Chaudhary. The media described Vajpayee as the Janata's clever guy. A campaign posture pronounced him a pride of the nation. Beyond the report, Glory Globe TV, Delhi, India.